Give us your general thoughts on the upcoming season.
Well, my general thoughts. Well, first of all, there's some uncertainty, but there's also some people coming back. We've got a pretty good foundation. Quarterback is solid. We've got some skill. We graduated a lot of linemen, both offense and defense, so there's going to be some question marks there. We've got people, so we have to see how they develop and how they perform.
After winning the OVC last year and making the SCS playoffs, what are the expectations for this year's team?
I don't compare the two because they're two completely different seasons. Even if we brought everybody back, the personality of a team changes. So I look at it more as a new start. How are we going to develop? What are we going to do with fall camp? I thought we had a very good spring. We had a good summer. We've got a fair amount of new faces that people don't know about, including me, because we hadn't seen them in fall camp or anything. So we have to see how this whole thing develops.
Tell us a little about senior quarterback and all OVC selection, Matt Scheibel.
Yeah, Matt's a great kid. I liked him from the first day I met him in recruiting in the principal's office at his high school. I remember him all the way back then. Great leader, not a vocal leader, but a great leader. He understands the game. He's really a player coach type of guy. He knows the blocking schemes, the receiving routes, the backs alignments, the whole 9 yards. So he is a great football player for us and anybody else.
What do you like most about your team this year?
I don't know yet. I really don't. Teams develop, especially at this level. You get turnover sometimes, and so you want to get a feel for the personality of the team. I like the way they play and practice through the spring, but we're counting on a lot of people that weren't here through the summer. There's a lot of new names when you see the big guys. So this team, the personality will have to gel in fall camp.
What is the biggest challenge for your team this year?
Pretty much not living in the past, not living on last year's laurels. That's going to be the biggest challenge for any team that's won it. Some people try to throw a lot of other things at it, but that to me is the biggest challenge. You can't constantly talk last year. We were very successful, and our goal is to live in the moment, and it's going to be a little bit more difficult this year with what happened in the past.
You lost some key players from last year. Who are some players, including newcomers, who you expect to step up this season?
Well, we lost the backfield is a area that we graduated some very good football players. The offensive line, we graduated some very good football players. The audition isn't done yet. I've not seen a lot of people in game situation. It's one thing to see them in practice, watch how they performed, but we still need to see them in a game situation before I start throwing out a lot of names. I hate to put a name out there and all of a sudden you guys look around, he's not even playing because, they have to earn these spots.
What are your general impressions of the OVC race this year?
Wide open. Every year it gets better. I don't think there's a weak team in the league. The competition's better. The turnover from a coaching standpoint, pretty much all the head coaches are back, and so you'll see the continuity there. There are a couple teams that's got the experience. Every team has stepped up. So, just flip a coin and just wait and see.
Tell us a little about your schedule and how it plays out for your team this year.
Well, we open up with a major rivalry. We've renewed a rivalry with Southern Illinois. That's our game opener. Then we go to Purdue, and then we'll start getting into conference play. And every single conference game is important. And typically, if you look at our conference, not too many teams win it by going undefeated in it. And so every single week, you just have to deal with each team because I really predict that this is going to be a really, really level conference this year.
That's it.